Hey everybody, welcome to the Big Screen Bros podcast. We got Chaos King, we got Naps aka Roke Reacts aka Naps Reacts Game Ramy. He's a TikToker.
Honestly, I don't really play Rocket League, but when I saw that video of you playing Rocket League, man, it inspired me to learn Spanish. ¿Cómo se llama?
Bonita, ¿cómo se llama? Shakira.
And I am Ash. And today we watched a Korean movie, which
Surprise,
supposed
surprise.
to be comedy, but it brought a lot of tears. It was raining heavily.
Boy just hyped up something that didn't happen.
No, bro, it did happen. You just don't have any feelings because you're a robot. Okay?
I turned them on before we started.
You did not activate it to 4%.
You cannot turn on something that you
It's
don't
like
have.
it's like a 1 hour reboot, but they came on.
No, Ash just right, bro. By the end of this movie, I was crying so much I had to mute myself. Because I was crying like a little bitch.
So it's a comedy horror about zombie apocalypse, but not really an apocalypse. Just a
At
zombie.
least let me tell the name of the movie. I have not said it yet. The name of the movie was My Daughter is a Zombie.
Yo, deadass, I thought you had said it.
Bro, I thought you were kidding. Is it really that on? My daughter's a
Yeah.
zombie.
Yeah.
Okay?
It's on Netflix, right?
I don't know.
Or Prime? Because I've seen the name, but I didn't want to watch it because I saw comedy and I was like, yeah, I'll save this for later. Because most of my zombie movies, I like, I don't like comedy for zombies. But
I do
this
actually. Shaun of the Dead.
like
Shaun of the Dead is
the
pretty-
British
is a pretty
comedy
good one.
movie on zombie was good.
Shaun of the Dead isn't a comedy.
Zombieland.
It's a master class in writing.
Zombieland
Zombieland
is also
isn't a comedy. It's a master class in writing.
Okay.
You only got two. There's more.
The one with I don't know.
It isn't a comedy. It's a master class in writing. Okay.
No, but you go ahead, Ash. Go through to the beginning a little bit of the movie.
Yeah, so they show.
We're not talking about everything.
Yeah. They start with like he's riding his bike to home and he's going to feed he brings some stuff for his daughter, and you would expect like the daughter to be normal, but she's a zombie.
Well, who's to say zombies are normal? Okay.
Let's normalize the word zombie.
The zombies.
Okay.
Because I think the true normal part of this is, why don't we go through this movie and see that she's just like everyone else. She can play basketball. She can go to the park.
I mean,
She
she could get hit by a basketball. Sure.
Yes.
Can she play basketball? I don't
She
think
can
so.
she can eat churros. She can cry. She can go to sleep. What's not normal about that? Is that not what you do? Can you go to sleep?
Come on, bro. We all know that when we saw a zombie sleeping, we were like, "This ain't right. Something about this ain't right, bro. Like it's not working."
When we saw the AI cat, we were like, hell nah.
Bro, exactly. When we saw Garfield in the movie, full animated Garfield, CGI Garfield, talking about, this good, making jokes and shit. Bro, this is stupid. Why did they have to make the cat CGI? They didn't
The
need
cat was
that.
listening to news.
Look, I have no problem with AI.
Bro,
This movie was bad.
let's just be honest. We watched like 4 Airbus movie, not a second moment of CGI. That was all a real dog. Okay,
That's masterclass. Look, that's a masterclass storytelling.
they didn't need a CGI
like
cat.
17 dogs died, but
But
it was part of the process.
I know, and the weird thing is that the cat could have been normal because it's a normal cat. But then, in some scenes, they kind of give him like a exaggerated expression. Yeah, he becomes like AI, like a Sora AI cat, bro.
And like, it's really like they take all the people out the scene, so you know it's AI, and it's just doing something crazy.
And it's usually for something stupid, some kind of stupid expression that you don't even need from the cat. So that was like a weird move, honestly.
Like, but the actual story itself about the zombie. So the zombie virus, it was like something made in a lab by a bunch of Ash type people.
No, they were just testing. Like they were saying that we have tested the virus with the rats, and they were saying like if the memories can be brought back, you can slow down the spread.
How do you bring back a rat's memories? I'm starting to think they were fake scientists.
No,
we have discovered the cure for the zombie.
Look, it was a YouTube video. It was a YouTube video. They were not even scientists. They were just pharmacists. They were just playing with the tools.
Yeah. So, like the whole thing was the first time we see the zombie attack is in his hometown or where he lived at the time. And you see like two couples making out, and turned out that they were not making out. Yeah. They were just, the guy was just getting eaten by his wife, and then his wife notices them and just slams through their window and gets stuck between couch and the. Which brings us to our first question here. If you were in a zombie apocalypse,
oh my god, bro! No.
Would you want to do what's right for humanity and see just how far the infection, how you can actually get infected? Like, for example.
No, I thought you were going to ask, like, what if you make a infected zombie pregnant? Will the kid be a zombie?
Bro, that is eventually what he's gonna ask. He's just doing the softball thing first. He's gonna get to that. He's like, okay, so would you have sex with a zombie, basically? Just cut to the chase, okay?
Well, bouncing off of Ash's beautiful question. So in this case, the movie, like you said, if they regain their memories back, they'll stop being a zombie. That means that the zombies aren't dead. So
they are alive.
Could you get them pregnant?
Yeah.
And would the baby
be zombie, or would that be a born antidote? He would have the zombie characteristic, and he would be human.
Yeah, this is what we need to find out. So if we were in a zombie apocalypse,
I would definitely be like, test that theory out.
Okay, you're a weirdo, first of all. I was going to ask what kind of zombies you want. I was going to ask what kind of zombies you want.
Your baby going to be the Jesus, the new Jesus. Gonna save the world from the zombie apocalypse.
But there's very different kinds of zombies. These zombies...
I don't think Jesus was half zombie. That was never mentioned in the Bible. Okay?
No.
Did you read the new Bible?
Jesus saved the humanity by sacrificing. The kid will kill the virus, save everyone.
But did you read the new Bible?
The 2.0 version?
No. The Queen Jocasta version.
No. What is that?
Yeah, it's the new Bible. Where Jesus saw the zombie boy. And he was like, "You ain't Will Byers?" Stranger Things joke. Okay, so if you were in a zombie apocalypse, what kind of zombie apocalypse would you be okay being in, first of all? Because you want to test this theory out. So what kind of zombie?
This
like
universe,
Walking Dead? Like this?
No, this universe.
So where the zombies are alive, but they'll still attack you. But they can be knocked out, and they can be confused.
Yeah. And they can be like, their mouths can be taped.
Why would you tape their mouth? Hey yo!
So that they don't eat you.
Hey yo! What the? This is consensual, man.
Well, if you think about it, this is like the softest world in zombies, because the zombies, you can bring them back, like they did with the daughter.
Well, I've seen some zombie. I have to remember what it was, where the zombies can be returned. I watched some show or movie where it was a Korean too, where they were in a high school. It wasn't Army of the Dead. It was something else. Where someone got affected, and you could play.
All of us are
dead. Season 2 comes out in January. Yeah. But not that one. It was something else that just came out.
Alive?
I'm not sure the name, but it was the same premise. They're in a high school though, and at one point they have some a zombie captured up.
Alive. That's alive.
Yeah, and they got it to bob its head to music, which brought the premise of
we can watch it.
it was a show. I think I don't think it was a movie. It was a show. Like Alive is a different one. I know. Like
was it a school or was it an apartment?
It was in a school. This one, it came out this year though. It came out this year. It wasn't one. I know the apartment one is good. I know the apartment one's good.
Yeah.
Like if you want a good zombie movie, you go for the Asians.
Well, at least for me, this is the first movie that I've seen where they use that concept of like, you can bring them back. It works for the movie,
right? Yeah, but only because she was isolated. So the whole premise is she's infected. She gets bit while they're escaping, and then he isolates her at the grandma's house, and then he slowly starts. He tries to kill her, but he can't, and then he starts seeing she's getting some memories back. So he's like, okay, he sees that video, and he's like, okay, let's try to fix her. And it's the rest of the movie is just them trying to do that.
Yeah, like it's basically like a family premise to a zombie.
Yeah, and then like a friends come along, and they're like, oh, that's a zombie, ew, and it's like, wait, maybe she can not be a zombie.
Yeah, like they start the training her to not bite and kind of slowly start eating stuff. So
there's a lot of bad things about this movie. Like, so they said you get $100,000 if you turn in a zombie. This was $100,000 in Korean money. And Ash, how much did you say?
No, I think it was just they converted it to USD, so it was not in Korean money.
That means if you have a factory where you just have a zombie bite people, you can get
bro.
No. So they are like so that people report about their family people or somebody who is keeping zombie like in their house. So it's basically
if you're keeping zombies, you can just infect people and just give it to them so they can get easy money.
It's too much.
So why would you?
100,000 is too much for one zombie, bro. It's
I mean, but
maybe it was just $60. Maybe it was just $60 per zombie. They were like, if you can get
60 is crazy, first of all. But like, if you don't stop it, the zombies can spread pretty quickly. They bite one person, that person bites another one, blah blah blah. Yeah. Everyone's affected. So 100,000 is a lot.
So I think they had contained it, and they just wanted to like not have another kind of like a break.
As you should.
So they were like, hey, for people, if you basically like they were like, hey, if you see someone with COVID snitch on them, so we can we can capture them.
So and then I think the part that was worse than that was at the end they started like, so there was a cure they found in the main dude's blood. And they're like, well, he's been getting bit this whole movie, and we never showed you, but he's slowly developed a cure. It's like, what the fuck?
So in the scene, it was like he was not getting bit. Like you remember when he was?
They literally showed him. That was the scientist's explanation. That was the government scientist explanation, and then they showed it.
They kept beating him.
That's not how the zombie infection works.
I think he was a scratch, not bit.
That's no, but you
got bit.
You make contact if they scratch your nails, that's an infection because of the blood. If they bite you, that's an infection.
No, at the beginning, when they show her she's a zombie, they do like a little thing where he's about to hug her and he stops her, and then because first of all, when we first watched the movie, Chaos and me were like, okay, that's a zombie girl. And then as soon as he stops her, he's like, oh, he knows. He knows it's a zombie.
Think it was like, it's a zombie girl.
Exactly. And
so what would you do? Would you fuck a zombie girl?
Bro, I wasn't...
That's what we were like, wasn't it? We were like, yeah, would we? And then we found out she was like 15, and I was like,
I cannot put any of this in the video. Okay, that's why I didn't mention it. Okay, no, but how do I say that? As soon as the movie, like, as soon as he stops her with the finger, like with her son, you can tell the tone of the movie is gonna be pretty cheesy comedy. At least at the beginning, it was. It had a lot of comedy in the beginning, but then
there was like, it's not like there wasn't a lot of funny parts. There was a lot of funny parts on this.
It's good that this movie is struck like a good comedy tone, but also a very dramatic tone. I don't feel it actually. Yeah. You said it was a horror comedy. I don't feel it's horror. I don't see any elements of horror really. It's more like a.
I think. Well, you know, like when you see horror movies, most of them aren't actually horror. They just kind of say anything bloody, anything with blood is horror.
Yeah, this is
anything that uses the element of like something that's mainly kept for horror movie. They just call it like horror.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But this movie has like only a pinch of horror, like a little pinch of salt, spread on the top. But mostly it's a comedy drama, and it works.
It's like a family. It's a family
friendly movie.
Yeah. And like honestly, if like I'm a zombie fan, so I didn't like what they did with the zombies, but besides that, it was a good enough movie. Like they had,
it was a new, like they went into a different direction than usually.
The way this man's been defending this movie.
No, bro, I'm gonna be honest.
I cried.
I cry a lot too, but I'm gonna be honest. The more that I think about how this movie was executed, the more props I gotta give it to it, because instead of focusing in the zombies as a horde, as a mindless horde, they made the daughter a main character of the zombie, so his dad will have to defend her all throughout the whole movie. So
you gotta remember,
wait, bro.
Movie, zombies aren't the focus.
No, that's what I'm saying. That's what is good about this movie. That this movie is about her, the one zombie. It's not about a horde of zombies. So you do get attached to the relationship that the daughter has with his dad because she's a zombie.
Well, some people did.
I mean, you don't. You're a robot. You don't have a heart, bro.
Yeah, bro. I was so pissed
I did not care about her.
No, you know who you are, bro? You know who you are? You're literally the Tin Man from Wizard of Oz. You're literally.
Did you watch? Did you see Wicked 2?
No.
I
didn't even watch
they made the Tin Man he was like, I'm gonna kill the Wicked Witch because she stole my heart, and he had an axe. He was like, burn the witch. And then like the original Wizard of Oz, he's like a nice
he's like a nice lumberjack.
Let's go. Yeah. And then this one, he was a murderer.
Now he turned into chaos.
Yeah, no, you really.
But yeah, like for example, when they revealed that the whole thing about like how the dad is not actually the dad but uncle, and how his like the daughter's actual mom asked him to take care of her, but he was with his friends because it was his birthday, and then she got killed and he blames himself for that. But
she should blame herself.
She should blame herself. I mean, look left.
No, she was
look to the left, bro. I mean,
she was kind of stupid.
Listen.
When she walked into the street.
I'm gonna tell you something. When I cross the streets, I look to my right. I look to my left. I look to see if cars aren't coming.
Even when the walk light is on, you still look.
Yeah, always.
Yeah.
Like, some people don't have survival instincts. Like,
yeah, that is true. At work, when I was walking like towards the office, I was entering. A guy saw that I was walking. I was like halfway through, and he still was continuing to drive. The security was like, whoa. Slow down, dude. What the hell?
You're going a little too fast for an Indian. You're scaring me. Okay?
Maybe he heard your wish.
Yeah, true. But he was too slow to kill me. He would have just knocked me over.
Maybe it wasn't about killing you.
He needs to be fast.
Maybe it was about teaching you a lesson.
I would have fucking beaten the shit out of him. Like, motherfucker, if you're gonna hit me, do it right.
You know what? I will say this. There's a couple of scenes in this movie where I was like, bro, why would you make that decision? That's such a bad decision. And the first time...
Yeah, like for example, the when they went to the cosplay event. I was like, why?
No, even before that, the very first scene that I saw that he made a bad decision was like, he was like,
leaving her. Yeah.
yeah, he was leaving her alone.
When he didn't kill her at the beginning.
No, that's actually another bad decision. You're right. So he made like 3 bad decisions. No, actually, that was not a bad decision because over time he was able to. Well, I guess they cure her at the end of the movie. Okay, so it was a good decision not to kill her. Okay.
Homie got gunned down.
Yeah, but the bad decision of leaving her while they were out in the zombie outbreak. He's like, wait here.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get the car. I'm like, bro, no.
Well, you wouldn't think she'd be stupid enough to walk up to some random kid.
No, the kid.
The kid sneaked up on her. He sneaked up on her.
Bro, like if okay, so you know it's a zombie apocalypse. You know there's zombies, so you know if you get bit, you're done. So why wouldn't you have your back to
Bro,
the wall and be prepared? Like if you're saying hi, you have to keep your eyes around.
Is my dad here? Because she was worried for the dad. Like
now,
like the dad said, I'll be back, and she was like, no, take it back. Everybody who says that dies.
Right.
Spit it out.
Look,
and then
mind you, she got bit by like a one-tooth zombie.
no, and you know what's funny, bro? When we talk about zombies that can be brought back, that's the first zombie that talks in the movie. She literally asks the zombie, "What are you?" And the little kid zombie says, "Zombie." Like, bro, he knew how to talk.
Yeah, he was like zombie. That was funny.
Like if I was her dad, the second she told me she got bit, I'll be honest, I'm kicking her out.
You would just throw her out of the car. We know.
And mind you, this is a zombie apocalypse. They're the only ones fleeing the city. All the other cars are driving the speed limit. They're the only ones driving fast, and they're the only car to crash. And this is at the beginning of the outbreak.
Yeah.
That means nobody else cared. And then, like after they crash, we see like the helicopters like bombing the city.
Yeah, like, because it shows you that at the beginning, right at the beginning of the outbreak, the military was kind of just killing all the zombies. On the other side of it, as they should. Yeah, on the other side of it, you had some doctors and scientists working for a cure, but it seemed like the main order was to just eliminate all the zombies.
Yeah, just see them, you kill them. Like for example, he goes to the hospital to report to like kind of see if this can be cured, and he sees like a lady came with her kid and they both were shot.
You know what always strikes me about a lot of zombies. You know what?
Zombie.
Okay, the thing that strikes me about a lot of zombie movies is that in that universe, they don't seem to have any idea what a zombie is. Like every time somebody clearly shows some symptoms of being a zombie, I would be like, bro, that's a fucking zombie right there. But he's turning into a zombie.
You see people going through on drugs. They be acting like zombies too.
But their eyes don't turn white, bro. And they don't start growling like a brainless creature, and that doesn't happen.
Like, have you not seen the fentanyl demons in Florida? That's what they do. But look, like, if in a real life situation, let's say you're out drinking with your friends, okay?
Right.
And then you see two people fighting, and then one of them bites them. Well, obviously you're gonna step back because that's crazy. You see someone bite someone and like rip off their throat. That's crazy. The person falls to the ground. You're gonna step back. You're probably gonna call for police or something, or you're just gonna run.
Police, right? Police.
Yes. Then the person who got bit stands up, and you see the other person who bit him biting someone else. You're not gonna. Zombie is gonna be the last thing for your mind because you're gonna be like, what's happening while you're running away? Because I don't think like an actual zombie thought. Like most people, they're gonna be scared. And the zombie's going to come like within like maybe an hour or maybe a few minutes. But your first thought's going to be like, what's happening? And if you have a gun or like a weapon, you're going to use it. That's like, I think that's like a natural thought process when something like that happens. You just see like someone who should be dead getting back up. and attacking someone else, and then that person going crazy.
That's exactly what I'm saying.
You run or you shoot.
That's exactly what I'm saying. I would instantly think zombies.
Thinking they're a zombie, that would take a while.
No, not for me, bro.
No one would think a zombie virus is real, even though we know bugs can get it.
Oh no, I would. If it happened, I would think it's real, because we already seen it so much happening. Like even in fiction, that prepares you for it to happen in real life.
So if the gates of Mordor open up, what are you doing?
Well, I'm fucked. I can't mess with Sauron. I'm doomed, bro. But no, but no, what I'm saying
and
is,
a little hobbit walks, a little Spanish hobbit walks up to you with a ring. Help me on my journey.
But yeah, no. In most of these movies, though, these people don't know all the symptoms of a zombie. They always act clueless about it. And then even when they see it in the news, sometimes they don't put two and two together and realize, God, it's a zombie outbreak. Like, bro.
Yeah. What was that? What was that movie we watched? The other zombie movie with the pigs affected them.
Mm-hmm.
No, that was we watched. That was your movie, right, Ash?
Wait, wasn't that Kingdom? Kingdom, the series?
No, don't disrespect Kingdom.
No.
It was like some school where it was all boys school, where the teacher was like, the principal had like pigs that got affected by some like not zombie, but like it made them into zombies or something.
I don't remember.
I don't remember at all.
Me neither, bro.
That was literally Ash's movie. But yeah, like even in that one, it took them a while to be like, oh, zombies.
Yeah, but I would say this.
Even though they knew what they were.
I would say this about this movie. Throughout the whole movie, at least with my own personal bias or like expectations, I was expecting things to go more wrong than they did. Because yeah, when he took it to the cosplay fair, I'm like, bro, that's such a bad idea. She's gonna bite somebody, and she doesn't. Nothing actually bad happens. Instead, something good happens. She learns how to say churros for the first time. You know what I mean?
Mind you, at the beginning of the movie, she was like, I hate churros.
Of course, nobody hates churros, bro. That's ridiculous. I think something that good.
Then when she became a zombie, she was like, churros.
Yeah, exactly. So I was expecting a lot of bad things to happen, and they didn't until they did at the end, and then it was horrific. That's the part where I really started crying.
So when we get down to it, the military, or because they took her out in public, people realized it's a zombie.
Yeah, stupid him. Took her around the public.
So pretty much every single person who reported they got $100,000 or $60. We don't.
No, that the thing was that lady, you know, the one who knocked the daughter.
It wasn't just her.
The teacher.
She recorded and put it on her podcast.
But it was a lot of people saw her, not just.
And then she was like, "Oh, look at how horrible these people are." I was like, "If anything happens to that girl, I'm gonna find that podcast lady. I'm gonna kill her."
Yeah, I did not think that. I was like, "Good riddance, kill the zombie." So yeah, the military shows up, and pretty much he's with the daughter, trying to protect
the
her.
military. We don't negotiate with criminals.
Yeah, because it's like if you're hoarding a zombie. If you're hoarding a zombie, you're a criminal. So he's like pretty much like he's talking to his daughter. He's like, bite me and we can die together. She bites him. The military breaks in. They start shooting and he blocks the bullets. He's going down. He's bleeding. And first of all, they got terrible aim for a military. There was like 20 of them and they all missed her, but whatever. Anyways, he's bleeding out and they didn't even shoot him in the head, but whatever. He's bleeding out. And then the daughter's like, Daddy! And she's pretty much regaining her consciousness. Yeah. And she starts crying. And then we fast forward, like, what was it, like a month later? Or a couple months?
Yeah, a couple of months later.
Pretty much, she was the first girl to be cured of the zombie virus. And it turns out, the dad's blood, he developed immunity because... As they didn't show it, but he was getting bit. pretty much. He was getting injured by her, and his body was healing the infection. So his blood developed an immunity that they're using to cure the zombie virus.
Antibodies, yeah.
Yeah, and then pretty much the family and the friends are all there, and they're like, "Dang, you're right. We shouldn't have killed her." And the one girl's like, "Hey, I can't believe I killed my husband."
Yeah. And she didn't even kill him like normal person. She killed him with the sword. Chopped him off.
Bro, it's understandable.
If you watch The Walking Dead, you know you want to be like Michelle.
It's understandable. If a zombie is coming right to bite you, you're not gonna be like, hey, let's talk about this. You're just gonna kill
I
it.
don't think he just turned and she just chopped him up. He was like, honey, I'm not even trying to bite you. She's like, don't speak to me, zombie.
Yeah, I would say that scene at the end is really powerful because, like, throughout the whole movie, they show you how this guy is not even her real dad; it's his uncle, and he really loves her daughter. He would do anything for her.
That whole scene where they are making the snow thing for the cat and grandma, and she was like, uncle, thank you for being my dad.
Yes,
I was still crying.
Oh, I'll be right back. My food just got here. Hold on.
Okay. That made me cry so much.
Yeah, no, bro, he's not gonna relate to this part at all, anyway. So we might as well talk about it.
I was in tears. I was like, God damn.
I was crying so much because they really do establish throughout the movie how much he loves her.
He cares, yeah.
And how much he thinks it's his own daughter. He takes it. Well, she is basically. She
is.
And it's such a pretty relationship too. It's like such a good relationship that by the end, where they tear them apart, I was bawling out, crying, bro. Especially obviously because I have a daughter, bro. Like that is gonna hit me extra harder because really when you have a kid, it's like you would trade your life for them in an instant. You know what I mean? For them to save them, you would do it without thinking. Actually, you know what? Once when I was young, you know what I mean? When I was younger, I used to be like this rough kid. But one day there was a kid that was about to get hit by a car, and I jumped in and saved him, and then I pushed him, and then the kid got saved, but I died. And then some blue-haired lady came to me, and she said that I was a spirit or some shit.
Yeah.
And then she said that I could become a spirit detective if I wanted to. So yeah, I could relate to that. You know what I mean? I could relate about saving a kid. Because I swear to God, bro, I would save my daughter in an instant. But if I also saw a kid in the street and he's gonna get hit, I'll probably try to save him too out of instinct.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's just your body will move in like
right. It's a primary reaction, and that primary reaction, this character has it throughout the whole movie to protect the daughter, and that's why that scene at the end hit so hard. And I'm glad that it hit so hard, because bro, like I sometimes I need a good cry, you know what I mean, to be invested in a movie, and they did it really, really well, bro.
Yeah, this was the first movie we watched where I cried. I did not speak anything.
Yeah.
I was just silently sobbing.
Bro, I can't remember the last movie that I think this is the first we actually really cried to a movie. Yeah, it was very well done, and even when they're teaching the daughter and she's trying to learn more human stuff.
Like the subtle emotions, like you can see, like even in Zombie, she is attached to his dad. Like when the guy was beating him up, she was like trying to save him.
Exactly. Yeah.
She got out of the car because she was concerned.
It's a very good. It's very good. You and me felt it. Obviously, Chaos doesn't feel a thing. But yeah, I that was very, very powerful. This movie really did nail a good tone between comedy and like drama, or like And it's mainly drama, bro. Honestly, because
mainly drama.
the core of this movie is their relationship.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they develop it again, like show us, walk through us again. It's like raising a kid, like because he starts like how kids are like when they are very young. Like you teach them words, you are very patient with them.
I think one of the best things this movie did was show that you don't have to be blood related to be a father, to be a daughter. It's about your heart, your love, your feelings, how you treat people. That's why when y'all were like, yo, I'd want to have intercourse with that zombie, I was like, no, that's a living creature right there. And I'm glad he proved to you they're not dead. Mm-hmm. If you believe and you are willing to put the work in, anything is possible.
You know what? I think this movie should have gotten 2 awards. Best Dad of the Year, Best Dad of the Year, or the Century probably, and Best Actress acting like a zombie in a movie.
I 100% disagree.
I mean, you disagree with the dad thing?
Movies. She's at least top 2,000. I've seen a lot of zombies in my lifetime.
Nah, she deserves a Korean Oscar.
Yo, what is a Korean Oscar?
They have to exist, dude. I don't know. I don't watch them.
The thing is that they have Korean award shows as well.
See,
like where they give award.
But still, they show up for the Oscars because it means more.
Because it's the legit Oscars.
Like, maybe like the North Korean Oscar, that'd be more. Because like, imagine being from South Korea and winning a North Korean award.
No, you know what I was gonna say. You know what I was gonna say too. That I found the family very likable. The grandma, Tim, and the daughter.
Like the whole thing was very, had a more like, how should I say, a really nice tone. Like everybody just getting together, helping each other out. Even the friend, like he was wearing the armor, and they were all working together to train her.
Even though they were all affected by zombies, besides the grandma, none of them were so against believing that she could come back. Even the lady who killed her husband, it didn't really take that much convincing. She kind of submitted pretty easily, even though she was like, I like killing zombies for fun.
Because
she was winning awards, the most reported zombie.
Because it's easy to sympathize with a family that lost a family member to becoming a zombie.
Yeah, family member.
You know, she was traumatized though. She clearly needs therapy. I hope she gets it.
But finding out there's a cure, that means she didn't need to kill the person she loved the most of this.
She didn't know, bro.
That's why she needs. Yeah.
But neither did he. He didn't know either. But he didn't kill his daughter. Not once. In the car, he could have left her.
That's
he didn't.
True.
He brought her to the grandma's house. The grandma didn't harm her. They kept her tied up, and they believed maybe they could fix it, and it happened. She didn't have to kill him. And like you said, she used the most extravagant weapon she could find. A sword.
A katana. Which is why when she was seeing raised flashbacks of her killing her husband, or like fiance with katana.
You know, I would say this movie felt very long. It kind of felt like it could have hit the same. You could probably edit out like 10 or 15 minutes of this movie or something. And
it was like what, an hour 50 something, hour 52. Hour 50. It did feel like over 2.5 hours. It was long.
Yeah, you could probably trim it down a little bit, but aside from that, I really have no other big critiques of the movie aside from the bad decisions from the guy.
Yeah.
And the running time. Yeah. But the good things about the movie are better than whatever flaws it has.
Like, this is a family movie. Like, it's not even like, even for zombies, it's not even bloody.
I was not expecting it to be I was not expecting it to be a tearjerker, which it is. Again, bro, go get yourself a heart. Go buy one, bro.
Go watch Cloud Atlas. I'll cry.
I saw Cloud Atlas. I don't remember crying. I remember Tom Hanks going down to the bayou and good talking like that. Mr. thinks to buy you or something, bro. It was kind of racist, to be honest. I guess that's why you like that movie. Actually, that movie was full on racist, as I remember.
Look. I hate racism. Okay, why would I like a racist movie?
And homophobic. I remember the gay guy. He was like, "Hey, bro, get away."
Look, I'm just saying. I felt the emotion at the gun scene where where he gets shot and she's like, "Dada." Yeah. That was emotional. The rest of it, I did not care for her. I didn't even care for him. The grandma was cool though.
I did care for him, and I did care for her, and I cared for everybody.
Yeah, I cared for everyone. I was crying. I felt that emotions. I felt that relationship. It was like,
honestly, I wish she had bitten someone early.
Throughout, I was like, go on, kid. Live life even if as a zombie.
Like, I wish that her dad had just killed her.
And Churro, I was as happy as the dad. Wow, she can talk.
Let me put her in a special needs class.
Let me ask you this: if that's were to happen to you, I mean, in my case, it would be my daughter. But in your case, one of the persons you most love in the world becomes a zombie. Are you just gonna kill him?
I'm not gonna kill you, Ash.
Oh, Ash.
No, if the person so it's not my niece or nephew, it's the person I love the most in the world. Because it was his sister's kid.
Yeah, and that's the person that he loves most in the world.
Okay, so the person I love the most becomes a zombie.
Yeah.
I'm gonna kill them because they're already dead in my mind.
But you can contain them. You get the chance to be able to contain them before you kill them. And you see, that you can train them. You see, just like in the movie, that you can train them. Would you still kill them, or would you try to rehabilitate them?
Do you know how many movies I've seen? The longer I drag this out, the better chance it's gonna kill me.
Right. So you would think like that, and you will kill it.
I'll always remember, like, I'll be like the lady. I'll remember that I did it. And if there turns out to be a cure, hey, that sucks, but I wouldn't have found the cure. The only reason we got a cure is because this guy was dumb enough to train a zombie, and somehow his blood fought against the zombie virus when no one else.
Bro, I imagine Chaos killing a family member, and the whole family after just looking at him. After they find the cure in the news, they just look at him, and Chaos is like, I didn't know there would be a cure. Okay, I had to kill
her. We weren't affected. There was a zombie virus.
But she was contained in a room. We were teaching her the alphabet, and she was learning.
So, if you like the best way to look at these zombies, while they're kind of dumb, they're strong because the first attack, we see his house, his living room for some reason is a giant glass window.
Oh yeah.
And the zombie smashes it with the head 2 times, and there's a giant crack. That means either that's a really thin glass, or that zombie's really strong.
Okay,
it's
Ash,
probably really strong.
Ash, what about you? The person you most love in the world, they become a zombie.
I'm not killing.
You're not killing.
Like, let's just say, even if this was in other universe, I will like contain the zombie and I'll wait for a cure.
What other universe are we talking about? Because there's a lot of
universe. I'll just wait.
So Resident Evil.
I will wait. I'll wait forever.
Resident Evil.
I think I would, if I saw signs that it could be subdued a little bit or tamed. I would not kill her either, because I would think rationally. Okay. Maybe there's a cure coming up.
Mind you, the only thing that he saw was the whole city turning into zombies and trying to kill him, and then his daughter turned into a zombie, and the only reason she didn't kill him was because he knocked her out. Which, first of all, getting knocking a zombie out is crazy.
Yeah,
but okay. Mind you, that's the only thing he saw. So the only reason he thought he could cure her was because he loved her.
I know. The only reason that he thought he could cure is because he didn't have the balls to kill her in the first place. But it worked out, thankfully. But like I said, if I saw, dude, you know how hard it is to kill your daughter? That's so hard. I mean, I wouldn't be able to do it either.
My mind is, if I was in that situation, she's already a zombie.
I know.
Would assume she's dead because what we know about zombies outside this movie, zombie is death.
I know. I would
like shows where like zombies can like talk and.
But I know I would feel the same, but it would take me a long time to do it. Like,
then you would leave. I could leave them too. Like, I would just leave them there.
No, you straight said away. I will kill it. You straight up said the longer that I wait, the more probable it is that it will kill me.
Just drag it out.
If it was someone that I couldn't kill, I could just leave the area.
Hey, listen, bro, you're a child killer. Okay, that's fine. That's who you are. Okay, you're a child killer.
What do you think is more dangerous, a child zombie or an adult zombie?
I want to say child.
Here's the thing.
I want to say child.
If you're, a child, because first of all, you see adult zombies all the time. Like that's nothing to be surprised about. You see a kid that got murdered and turned into a zombie. That means their guts are probably hanging out. You're gonna freeze for a second.
That's controversial. Yeah.
Yeah. Imagine if it's a baby zombie. That's gonna hurt.
You know what's funny though? Realistically, if you see a kid zombie with his guts hanging out, the first thing that you would say is ask the first thing that you would say is ask the dumbest question ever. Are you okay? Are you okay, kid? Are you okay?
Are you okay, kid? Does that hurt? And kid will be like, bitch, I'm killing you first. Even though my brain died, but your question was so stupid that it started up because it was.
But like, realistically, in an apocalypse, children infected are always the most dangerous because you don't ever think about a kid getting infected.
Yeah.
Like a vampire. You see your vampires attacking adult vampires. Yeah. You see a kid vampire. That doesn't process your mind because you're like they don't affect vampires.
No, bro. And
why is a kid infected? And you didn't think anything of it.
And a kid vampire. I don't know how vampires works. They all work differently in lore.
Yeah.
But in some lore, once you become a vampire, you don't age anymore, so you will stay a kid forever. Yeah. Or in other lore, vampires grow old.
Interview with the vampire, the blonde girl in that one. She was infected as a kid.
They tell them that there's a rule. Don't buy kids because they don't know how to control their hunger and they never gonna age.
Ooh. What was that, Abigail? That movie that came out last year or 2 years ago with the vampire, Dracula's daughter.
I haven't seen it.
Good, but she was a kid vampire too. Same thing. It's like you don't because, like you said, adults they're gonna be bloodthirsty either way, but you don't expect the kid to be a vampire. You don't expect them to be a zombie.
No,
that's gonna be more dangerous.
Kids have no restraint really. They don't have the restraints that adults have. But you know what? Let's wrap it up. Let's say a rating for the movie, the overall thoughts, and just rate it. Do you want to
start out on a positive note? I guess I give it like a 6.2 out of 10. Like I said, I enjoyed it. It's not like a bad movie. It's just not. I didn't feel the emotions towards the people. I did besides that one scene, but it's been enjoyable. I laughed in it more than I should have, so I found it funny. It's just not a zombie movie for me. Like I wouldn't. This was a bad zombie version of this, but besides that, I enjoyed it. 6.2.
You know what? Since I have like a contradicted opinion, I'll go next. I think I see your point because it doesn't feel like a threatening zombie movie. You don't feel really a big threat of the zombies.
No, like literally, he got bit. He should have been gone.
Right, exactly. But I would say I like this as a zombie movie because it focuses on one zombie, and it's the daughter, and it really focuses on rehabilitating the daughter as a zombie, which is something that at least is different than all the other zombie movies that they just like a horde trying to kill you. So in that aspect, I do think it's a good zombie movie, or at least they use the zombie concept in a creative way. But it's like you said, it's not a very trendy movie. You don't feel like there's really like it doesn't feel like a horror movie at all. Really, it's just like a sprinkle of it. But I would give it a seven out of 10. I think because the thing that really hooked me in is the relationship between the characters and how much they made me care for them. And just for that, it gets a 7. Really, it made the story very engaging. I was really absorbed in the story, even though it dragged on for a little too long. But yeah, 7 out of 10.
Yeah, I have the same opinion as Rook. I really liked it. I liked their relationship. I cried like a bitch. I love how that the daughter, like the dad and the daughter's relationship.
You know the daughter's 13, right?
You know you can fuck her, Ash, right? You know that? Like you were like, bro. Throughout the whole movie, you were like, bro, what I would do to her, even as a zombie.
You really just said
I never fucking said that. Wow, you guys.
Bro, you paused it. You paused it in that scene with the zombie.
Yeah.
So you could
you guys asked me.
You said
you guys are throwing me under the bus because you, first of all, you guys thought that she was his wife, and then you asked me.
Bro, we said that was a child.
Screenshot.
That was clearly a child. Did you take a screenshot of her?
Right, you even took a screenshot of her, you perv.
Yo, I didn't know about that. That's crazy.
Liars, scammers.
Well, I'm kidding.
We're not Indian, okay?
But you act like one. See, that's why.
So, what would your rating be, Ash?
I'll give it a 7 out of 10.
Yeah, see, there you go. That's a good rating. That's a good rating for people that have hearts and emotions. They can feel feelings. Somebody like that would
I literally turned mine on, okay?
Bro, you have no feelings. Shut the fuck up.